introduce our guest speaker. Henna Bakshi is an award-winning food and wine journalist. She is the editor of Eater Atlanta and worked at CNN for 10 years. Her wine writing appears in publications including Buchanan, Wine Enthusiast, and Food and Wine magazine. Just like all of you today, Henna took the oath in 2020. She was born and raised in New Delhi and now travels the world covering wine regions and writing about food. Her journey through immigration has given her reporting a unique lens to cover people from around the world, and she's here to welcome you now.
Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I've been sitting in my chair just shaking. It's like I can't even imagine how everyone here feels right now, especially with a baby now. Oh my goodness. Today is an incredible day. One you will remember for the rest of your lives. Right now, just take a moment to take in the details. Look at your hands, the color of your shirt, your neighbor, who is just as happy to be here as you are. Remember the small details of this very moment, for this is the beginning of a new life. Everyone here has a story. My family and I moved to the States in 2006, or was it 7? Time doesn't really exist when you first arrive here. I had just started high school and was perfecting my American accent by watching Lizzie McGuire on the Disney Channel. My parents had started their new jobs. We were eating new foods every day. Here, get this. I vividly remember going to Walmart for the first time. We were going to Walmart for the first time, the bright lights, the zebra cakes, the dewy mounds of vegetables, and so much milk. There was just so much milk, all next to denim and jewelry and flat-screen TVs as Christmas music played off-season. Everything about it felt like a theme park. It was loud, it was extra, but it was generous and it was welcoming. And in my eyes, unmistakably America. I know we all have ways in which we've tried to fit in. Whether it's listening to new music, I remember thinking, who's Green Day when we first got here? Watching superhero movies, or wearing those bootcut jeans for the first time thinking, oh yeah, I look like Halle Berry. Grocery shopping was our way of fitting in. And understanding this new country. Food became our bridge. Sure, Mom made Indian dinners all the time, but we never shied away from experimenting. We were making warm chocolate chip cookies, butternut squash soup, and creme brulee one day, and then samosas, dal, and rotis the next. The kitchen was always the beating heart of connecting our past with our present. I remember high school parties where my friends would beg for my mother's chole or a jar of Indian pickles. And then on the other hand, I remember going to my boyfriend's house for Thanksgiving and seeing my first big turkey out of the oven, that Christmas ham. It was this beautiful way of sharing over food that didn't require a language. That helped me fit in and start to belong. That helped me realize that there was room in this country for me to give and to learn. Like any dinner table, I've discovered that it is the people who sit around it who make it special. It is people like you and me that make this country special. Immigration is no cakewalk. And speaking of cake, my parents always brought home a cake and balloons every time our visas were renewed or applications bumped up. Any new step, there was new cake. Because they knew it felt like a birthday every time. We would huddle around the living room, eating slices of chocolate or vanilla, passing around the new visa documents. My brother and I, and my brother's here in the room today, we were too young to even realize what they were. But looking at my parents and the way they celebrated and retold their stories of coming here, of leaving everything behind so we could have better lives and a better future was all it really came down to. And we knew not to take it lightly. This day, your day, also cannot be taken lightly because you finally have a seat at the table and you're about to eat cake. I took my oath in March of 2020. Remember what was happening in March of 2020? The city was under major lockdown. My ceremony was rushed, with no speeches or fanfare or pictures. The president was in Atlanta visiting the CDC. The roads were barricaded, and everyone simply wanted to get home. That was my welcome. So with all the greed I can muster, I am delighted to bathe in your celebration today. That day in 2020, despite all the madness in the world, was still special. And let me tell you from experience, the next few days, months, and years will feel surreal. This is your chance to embrace a new home and a brand new beginning where you feel welcomed. Proudly use that right to vote, that blue passport to travel, and give back to other fellow immigrants who may need a helping hand. Tell them your story, even if it's as mundane as shopping at Walmart. So again, take in the details. Look at your hands. Are they beautifully bruised and calloused from your journey? Look at your shirt. Did you take a little extra time to pick it out just so this morning? And look at your American neighbor, because now, baby, you share a new birthday. It is my greatest honor to welcome you as the newest citizens of the United States of America. Happy birthday.